Quick note, this is an AI-assisted, 5-minute recap of a Dan Martell video on building your first AI agent. The method and claims are his. His hook: by 2030, AI could create 170 million new jobs, and the good ones won't be sitting and chatting with AI, but building AI agents. Dan says he and his team now run hundreds of agents that do 92% of the work across his companies, and building one is easier than it looks. First, chat versus agent. A chat is like a meeting. You ask a question, you get an answer, and then you go do something with it yourself. An agent is like an employee. You tell it the job, and it runs the whole workflow. Dan spells out its parts with the word data. It can diagnose the problem, assemble a plan and tools, take action to execute, and assess its own work, checking, then improving the result. That last step matters, because it forms a loop. Without a loop, a tool just does the job once and stops. That's only an automation. With a loop, the agent keeps checking and getting better, acting more like a person than a fixed script. Chat pulls on you, it waits for your prompt. An agent pushes on you, it acts, changes things, and checks back to confirm it did them right. So when is a task worth handing to an agent? Dan uses what he calls the rule of R. Is it repetitive, something you do every week? Is it rules-based, same input, same output? And does it give a return on your time? If a task takes 2 minutes but the agent takes 2 weeks to build, just keep doing it. If it's rare, fuzzy, or not worth automating, stick with chat. To build one, Dan uses another acronym, agent. The A is aim for a specific outcome. Start with the result, not the steps. Give it the why before the how, then write a definition of done in one measurable sentence. By 9 a.m. the inbox is empty and replies are drafted in my voice. He adds reverse prompting: state the result, then let the AI ask you the questions it needs. If you can't say the outcome in one sentence, you're not ready to build. The G is give it an identity. Out of the box, AI knows a little about everything but nothing sharply. An identity focuses its power on one job. Dan cites a report where an airline support agents dropped from a 33% success rate to 11% once their identity and rules were stripped away. He defines it with 3 plain files: a soul file for personality, an identity file for name and role, a user file for who it serves, and has the AI draft all 3. The E is equip it with context and tools. Context is the moat, Dan says: garbage context in, garbage context out. He pictures the context window as a desk, playbooks, identity files, tools, and schedules on top, memory in the drawers. Overload it and you get context rot. The better way to capture your process is to reverse engineer from the source. Connect the agent to your real emails, let it learn your voice, and turn that into system prompts. The N is narrow the scope. One specialist per job. Don't build a mega agent that tries to do 17 things and ends up confusing itself. Instead, use sub-agents under a manager agent. Dan's orchestrator, Kai, coordinates his research, coding, and reporting agents, then hands him one clean answer. Match the model to the task. He frames haiku for cheap high-volume work, sonnet for day-to-day, opus for hard reasoning, and the new fable for long, complex orchestration. The T is trust, earned in stages. Building the agent is the easy part, Dan says. The scary part is letting it act without you. Don't hand it the keys on day 1. Set guardrails in its identity files, then approve everything at first. Show me what you do before you actually do it. Then loosen the leash as trust grows, and finally give it a heartbeat, a recurring schedule so it runs on its own, maybe every 15 minutes. The point of all this is to let go and buy back your time. When Dan showed his inbox agent to his assistant, it freed her for higher value work, not sorting email. His closing pro tip: grab the link to a video like this, hand it to your AI, and tell it to build the agent for you, then watch it cook. Start where the rule of R points: repetitive, rules-based, return on time. Learn to direct AI, he warns, or one day you might end up working for it.